I like Fortnite. I think it's a pretty good game. I like playing it with my friends. I even like streaming it. Yeah, that's a shameless plug. Be here tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. I even like watching it to a certain extent. But a question consistently lingers in the back of my head. How long will Fortnite keep going? The game has been growing steadily over the last few months, but eventually it has to stop, right? I mean, no game can keep growing forever, and Fortnite already surpassed 40 million downloads back in January. Since this point, not only has the game gone mobile, adding the potential for virtually anyone with a compatible device to add to this number, but it has also been rumored that it will be coming to the Nintendo Switch later this year, and also there is a rumor about an announcement for that being made at E3 in the coming days. We also know that the game has grown even bigger since this January point, as YouTube searches for the game hit a maximum between April 29th and May 5th. Since this point though, the amount of searches that the game is getting has steadily declined though, and there hasn't really been any signs of it trending back upwards yet. If the game is announced for Nintendo Switch at E3, this is going to make the game obviously have another spike in traffic and interest. I mean, there are 18 million, I think, Nintendo Switch consoles that have been sold to consumers as of March 31st, which means that the free-to-play game has 18 million or so and counting more players to market itself to. The game is also expected to be announced for the Android devices quite soon as well, which of course is going to give the game hundreds of millions of devices to market itself to, and it's also going to make sure that the game sees another massive increase in traffic and new players. Fortnite has been quite successful on mobile. As a matter of fact, since it launched on mobile, it has made hundreds of millions of dollars, both on console and mobile, and it's safe to say that just because of these mobile devices now having access to Fortnite, that helped increase that number a pretty good amount. At this point, I would estimate that just based off of the sheer popularity of the game and the amount of devices that it has to market itself to by the end of the year, that Fortnite can now possibly reach 100 million downloads in the coming months. If we look at the top-selling video games of all time, surpassing 100 million downloads would have put the game third all time. But it doesn't count on the list because the game is free and all of the games on the list cost money. If we also factor in the fact that each of the top 5 best-selling video games of all time were sold with a console or bundled with a console at some point in their lifetime, and that Fortnite wasn't, who knows where Fortnite would actually land by this time if it hits 100 million downloads. So if Fortnite can adequately market itself to these upcoming devices that it will be available on as a free-to-play game and get another huge wave of success or two behind it, who knows how well the game might end up doing. But enough of all that, let's get back to the real question here. How long can Fortnite last? Well, Fortnite actually has quite the game plan behind it. I mean, unlike other games, Fortnite relies on extremely quick and constant content updates, which means that, about every week or two, something brand new is added into the game. Sometimes weapons and other items are put back into the vault, new locations are added onto the map. For instance, just today or this morning about 4 a.m. Eastern Time, there was a new thermal-sighted assault rifle added into the game that has the ability to pick up heat signatures of chests, drops, and other players, alongside a new stadium added to the northwestern side of the map. This stadium is nothing like the actual soccer stadium that has been in the game for months. It's pretty ginormous, and it's a huge addition to the map. And within these weekly updates, like I said, new locations are added onto the map. A new season or battle pass could also be released depending on where we are in the cycle. It's usually a few months that each season lasts, or glitches and bugs could be patched relatively quickly. Most games can't keep up with this rapid-fired pace, but Epic Games has managed to keep the updates so quick and so consistent that fans know when new things are going to be coming to the game, and can even easily predict when they'll be coming into the game. I mean, this is also helped by data miners who leak new things about the game literally all the time. Another reason that this is possible is because Fortnite is listed as a beta. There are specific certifications that both Sony and Microsoft have for games to come out of beta. This is called going gold in the industry, so when a game goes gold, it makes it harder for them to update the game as quickly because oftentimes they have to pay the platform that they're actually updating the game on for tests and all kinds of different certifications that have to be ran through, which is the reason that games like, say, Call of Duty, which are obviously not betas when they release, can't really keep up with this rapid-fired pace. Most of the time you'll see like a hotfix or something for a game because they don't really classify as a major patch or update. Fortnite can get around this because those same certifications and those standards of updating the game don't apply for betas as hardly as they do for games that are out of beta, so games that are in beta can get away with updates a lot quicker because obviously to get a game out of beta you have to update it. There's something you probably didn't know. Not only that, but obviously there are new skins, pickaxes, and emotes in the item shop on a daily basis for players to buy with V-Bucks, and there is a dirty little secret that most players don't know about. One that markets the game for Epic Games, provides days of entertainment to players, gives creators content necessary to entertain people even more, and this secret keeps the Fortnite machine churning. Items like impulse grenades, shopping carts, directional bounce pads, and other goofy and fun upcoming content and things that we've seen in the last few weeks are not in the game just because. They're enjoyable, they're fun to use, and it keeps friends playing with you because they have a good time too. But on top of that, when these items come into the game, hundreds if not thousands of viral clips, videos, live streams will all surface on the internet in days to come of people, getting hilarious team wipes off mountains with single impulse grenades, or, a clip of Ninja using like 2 directional bounce pads to knock his last opponent into the storm. Something crazy, right? You'll get those so loved and so hated. You'll get those so beloved and also very hated Fortnite funny moments videos to come out 3 times a day from specific channels, which means that these items market the game even further by taking advantage of a natural phenomenon in the YouTube community. Anytime that the game gets updated, YouTube will be flooded with new Fortnite update videos, and on top of that, like I said, the funny moments channels are going to immediately upload 30-minute-long videos of people getting hilarious clips with, shopping carts or driving them off of stairways to heaven and making clips that are going to go extremely viral. By doing this, Epic doesn't even have to pour a load of money into the marketing. They don't have to have like national TV campaigns of advertisements. And even if they chose to go in the direction of marketing like most traditional games have, it's basically overkill at that point because everybody knows what Fortnite is now. But a large portion of the game is marketed directly on YouTube every time a new update like this comes out. You can see it for yourself. Next time that Fortnite adds in some sort of goofy item that surely will make a bunch of viral clips, go ahead and search Fortnite here on YouTube. It's going to be filled with new content regardless. But if you search, like Fortnite shopping cart, you're going to see what I'm saying. Millions upon tens of millions of views, some of which come from people who have never played Fortnite once in their lives, have flooded all of these videos that just keep getting churned out every time an update like this happens. Seeing your favorite YouTuber having hours of fun on video with a new shopping cart and seeing that the game is free to play is going to drive little Timmy to get on his PS4 and download Fortnite. It's a really smart tactic, one that games have used before. Minecraft did it for years, and look at how that went for it. This is why you will now see a bunch of games sponsoring YouTubers to play it on stream or play it in their videos because YouTube is a very powerful marketing tool for games like this. And on top of that, it also fuels the microtransaction frenzy around Fortnite, which obviously makes Epic Games a lot of money. According to The Verge, Fortnite made nearly $300 million in the month of April, and keep in mind, it's a free-to-play game that comes entirely from V-Bucks and purchases of Save the World. Another tactic that Epic uses inadvertently or possibly even by design to get you to buy skins in the game is the viral marketing of free YouTube content once again. Every time a new skin comes out on the item shop, immediately hundreds of streamers are going to be streaming with the new skin on, and their viewers are going to see it and say, hey, that's a pretty cool skin. Then they go buy it, and hours later, there's thousands of hours of YouTube content getting uploaded with the new skin, some about the new skin, and some funny moments videos, and that's just going to lead people to get on and buy this skin. Then there's going to be tons of players who still get on regardless and buy it because, even if they haven't seen it in YouTube content or not, they think it's cool, which means that the skins and the emotes in the game are just making them hundreds of millions of dollars. Considering how viral some of the emotes go due to their cultural significance, this also helps to drive more sales of V-Bucks. Plus, most people don't just buy one skin. A skin can cost $25 if it's like really limited time or anything. And since most people don't just buy the one skin, people can sometimes end up spending hundreds if not thousands of dollars on this one free-to-play game, just to have cosmetics and emotes. All of this money, all of this control over the internet, all of this cultural significance that the game holds at the moment means that Fortnite has what it needs to last for a long time. Just a few months ago, the game was filled with a bunch of issues that obviously made me and a lot of other people think that the game was already starting to die a little bit, but the game has obviously gotten way bigger. Eventually, it's going to die, but right now, it's holding on pretty well. Like I said, eventually it will fade away, people will quit playing the game, but I mean, that may not be for another year or two, or maybe even more. It just depends on how long it can keep itself going. Or, you know, perhaps they find a way to ruin the game for players tomorrow and everyone moves on. Anything can happen, but as it stands right now, the game has everything that it needs to keep itself alive. I mean, Epic has all the money that it needs to continue to support the game. Supporting the game means more viral content that markets the game. More viral content marketing the game means more players. More players means more money in Epic's pocketbook due to the V-Bucks. And the cycle continues. However, Fortnite will soon see more competition as Call of Duty is coming out with its own Battle Royale mode in its upcoming title, so isn't Battlefield 5. These games are always top-selling titles, and then you also have like Red Dead Redemption 2, which might be the best-selling game of the year. And then obviously you have multiplayer games like Fallout 76 coming, which all of these combined are going to take some of the attention off of Fortnite for a little while. I mean, at this point, it's just all about how Fortnite handles its situation. If they continue to release fun updates for the game that the community loves on a weekly basis for years, I have a feeling that the game's going to continue to go strong. If they begin to neglect the game or allow competition to take their players away from them, they're going to kill the game. I mean, it's currently seeing a steady drop in searches on YouTube, but the game is still undoubtedly the biggest game around. In the coming weeks, I have a good feeling about the game and how it's going to continue to grow even more with rumors like Android and Nintendo Switch swirling around. If it continues to keep the hold over YouTube and Twitch, it's going to be hard for the game to be taken down, since obviously these websites have grown crucial to marketing video games in the current day, and the game that keeps a firm grip on the websites is generally the top game. Another thing that I didn't mention about Fortnite needing to compete would be a new map. I mean, PUBG has several maps. It just hinted at another map coming this winter, and Fortnite only has that one. I mean, if it gets a new map and players can choose between them, this game is going to have another big spike, and it's going to market itself again. On top of that, it's going to help the game compete, which in turn is going to generate even more players and money. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, follow me on Twitter for memes, thoughts, and updates at @SubToOptimus. I will be streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, a little bit of Fortnite. I haven't streamed in a few days, so I'll be doing so right here on the channel. You don't have to leave to go to Twitch or anything. It will be here. Turn on notifications. You will see the notification, hopefully, when that starts. And also make sure to join the Discord below to talk to me and other fans. And until my next video, this is Optimus, and signing out.